What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. So I thought it was time to make an updated prediction on the 2020 presidential election. The most basic thing of them all, between Donald Trump and Joe Biden and possibly Kanye West, you never know. So today I'm not going to do lean, likely, tilt or safe. I'm just going to do red and blue states. So let's start out by filling in the states that we all know are probably going to go for Donald Trump. Montana, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, all of these states here in the middle of the country. Don't know about the Nebraska 2nd district. The South, of course, is strongly for Trump. I know Georgia might not be safe, but it's leaning so toughly toward the Republicans that I'm going to give the Republicans Georgia immediately in this prediction, as well as Alaska and Ohio and the 2nd district of Maine. Now, I have left out a few places. I have left out Iowa, which actually in the 2018 House elections voted somewhat strongly for Democrats. I think they got 53% of the votes, the Democrats in the US House in Iowa in 2018. I still believe that Iowa is going to go for Trump. I don't feel like categorizing it as one of the most strongly Republican states. Anyway, the most Democratic states: Washington, Oregon, California, New Mexico, Colorado, Hawaii, Illinois, and DC, Maryland, District of Columbia, and Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and the state of New York, and Maine's 1st district. Now, it is suddenly very, very equal between these two. So now, of course, we come to the more juicy stuff, the swing states, sort of, and by the way, Virginia. Not West Virginia, like that. Now, let's start in those that are not too difficult to project. In the state of Florida, in 2018, the Republicans won the House vote quite heavily. They actually won 52% of the votes in the US House, Democrats 47%. They won the governorship and flipped the Senate seats, so Florida is going to go to the Republicans, you know that. That was a blue wave year. Also in a blue wave year, the state of North Carolina is also quite interesting. It gave the Republicans, North Carolina gave the Republicans around 50% of votes to the Democrats, 47%, and the Democrats have not really won any big elections except from the governor's elections since 2008. So I think they will keep the governorship, but they are not going to win the state of North Carolina. It's going to go for Trump. I mean, a state where they won the House vote in a blue wave year, the Republicans are going to keep. Now it becomes more complicated, but I think that the state of Iowa will stay with Trump, as well as the 2nd district of Nebraska. And the next one, which is actually a flip from 2016, is the state of New Hampshire. Yes, I think it will go to Trump. And there are many different reasons. One is the popularity of Governor Chris Sununu, who is a Trump ally. But also, if you look at the primaries, Joe Biden came in like 5th in New Hampshire in the primary. Trump came in 1st with virtually no opposition. Well, some opposition against Bill Weld, who is actually not just some random guy found on the street. He was a popular, very popular former governor of neighboring Massachusetts, and he had no chance against Trump. So I think Trump is going to carry New Hampshire, which he narrowly lost back in 2016. Of course, he also won it in the primary back then. But yeah, I believe that Trump is going to win the state of New Hampshire. Now, the remaining states are a bit more difficult. I think the Democrats with Joe Biden will win Nevada. Even though some polls have it tight, I think that polls in Nevada often represent Republicans, and which sort of makes them different from many other places in the country. But I've not seen Republicans win anything else than governorships since 2012. That's the last time they won a Senate race. They haven't won the state since 2004. So yeah, I think Nevada will go for Biden. Now, the state of Minnesota. I have before called this for Trump. and I still stand by that it's going to be very narrow. But right now I think that Biden might be favored in the state of Minnesota. And one reason is the whole situation with George Floyd, the now defunding of the whole situation in Minneapolis. It could be a massive reaction against this in the rest of the states in November. Maybe, just maybe, we don't know. Meanwhile, the state of Wisconsin, I think, will go to Trump, which puts him very close to the 270 mark. And that's so significant because the states of Michigan and Pennsylvania are some of the most difficult to categorize right now. Pennsylvania went to Trump by a not actually that narrow margin, 44,000 votes in 2016. So of course Michigan was much narrower, New Hampshire was much narrower. Joe Biden was born in Pennsylvania. He's from Scranton. That's where he grew up, along with Michael Scott and Pam and Jim and Dwight and all of those people. So I still believe that Pennsylvania will go to Trump. Yeah, he is just the very right candidate for the western parts of the state, and he did win Pennsylvania in 2016 despite doing quite poorly in Philadelphia suburbs, and I think that he will hold on in that area. And the state of Arizona, it will go to Trump. It will be more narrow. He might even pull Martha McSally over. Maybe not, probably not, but he won it by 3 points or something last time, and remember that McSally actually lost in 2018 a blue wave year to sort of a quite popular, very moderate blue dog Democrat in Kyrsten Sinema. So she's just not some random street hippie. She was actually a quite qualified candidate, and she led McSally during most of the race, but in the end McSally made it close. So I don't think that against Joe Biden that Trump is going to lose. There are definitely many independents that could swing both ways. I think that Trump will win it narrowly, maybe 1 to 2 points, or even less. And in the end, the state of Michigan, this is a state that we know that Joe Biden and the Democrats are going to focus on. The governor there, Gretchen Whitmer, of course, she supports Biden. There was big unrest there because of the virus restrictions, but I don't think that it's going to have much to say. So will it be Republicans or will it be Democrats in the state of Michigan? Well, I guess I have to choose, and in the end I still think that Trump is going to carry Michigan. Yes, it might look bleak now, but remember that Biden actually has to get through a lot of debates, 3 debates with Trump, and Trump has been exposed. He is being exposed by cameras all the time. Biden is sort of being able to hide away and not having to utter too many words, which of course he should not because he do so many gaps. And I forgot Maine. Biden is going to win Maine at large unless there is a major Trump wave. Yeah, so that's it. 310 to 228. This is definitely not my final prediction. There are a lot of states here that could swing. Arizona and Nevada both could swing. Minnesota, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Maine at large, they could all swing. And I definitely don't feel very sure about this prediction. I'm going to update my prediction more, and this is not my final one. Of course, Helmut Norpoth made his prediction that Trump will win by 91% chance. 91% chance that Trump would win. And that actually includes Trump winning states like Colorado, New Mexico, Oregon, and Virginia. Which I don't think is going to happen, but I still think he's going to win, based on both Helmut Norpoth and my own interpretation from before of the Alan Lichtman theory. Anyway, that's it from me today. If you liked this video and want to see more like this, please subscribe and you are going to be updated on my videos. So, see you soon.